Right, sweet. Let's drink that some cool.
Right. How you doing? You good? Yeah. You good? Good to see you. I bet he was ungrateful about it as well. Just got out the car. No.
The message on the phone, I forgot him.
I've written his name down on the sheet, and then I closed it up, and then I finished work yesterday. I thought I didn't know if I was starting on the wing and put him on the bench. So I thought I'll check now. What's his name?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Anything that's not food is better for the game. I'm going to take school, please, mate. Yeah, orange or the red one? Orange one, please. And then red one as well.
Right, sweet. So, yeah, there's only 15 questions, so I won't take that long.
No worries.
I'm sure that's on now.
That's all right.
Right, so you've not seen my Sims Space thing yet, have you?
No.
I think you'll quite like it, to be fair. But I've got some little snippets to show you anyway. Right, anyway, how is Progress going so far this season?
Pretty well from where we started to where we are halfway through the season.
Yep.
There's been a lot of big improvements in attack, defence, numbers in terms of total squad per match day.
Okay, cool. Looking specifically at set pieces, how do you think your team is developing?
We've come on a lot, especially with the data that we were given. We identified that, in particular, the line-outs was something we really needed to work on. So with certain individuals, we've spent just a bit more time during the sessions working on that, and it's stats-wise, it's coming a lot.
Good stuff. Do yourself and your team set new targets on a weekly basis?
I think obviously that the primary target for every game we go into is to win it, and then I suppose as well it's just sort of stating out that philosophy at the start of the season and then just sort of following that in our style of play as we go into each game.
So what I've done is each game I've done a statistic on it, and so I've got a table here and it says what time happens, what set piece it is, or whether it's a line out or a scrum.
All right.
Who had possession going into it? So you didn't have possession going into that one. You lost that one. You lost a few metres, and you only lost by 2 metres. A different one where you had the line out, you won it. You lost by 1 metre.
Yeah.
Right? I've also done some graphs for every game. So this is your first game versus Sutton. This is your scrums. The red defines the ones that you lost. The blue is the ones that you won.
Okay. And
line
this is, okay, love. And this is overall. So this is for our scrums and their scrums, yeah. All scrums.
All scrums.
Okay.
For the first half.
Right. Nature.
And that's for every game I've done so far, except for one, which I haven't got the footage from Shay yet.
Right.
So just having a quick scan through that, you can clearly see that the scrums are a lot stronger than your line-outs.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts of seeing that?
So the initial thoughts just seeing it is, yeah, I mean the scrums isn't necessarily something we need to work on in terms of it is a set piece, but something we probably need to concentrate more on. Okay, we know we're going to be winning a lot of the ball from the scrum, so now what can we do with that ball as soon as we get it outside of the scrum? Sort of how we can improve the amount of metres we make off of the first phase, or if from that scrum it leads to a try. Whereas with the line-outs, it'd be more working on the line-out itself in order to improve that so we can win the ball back. And then once we start to win the ball back, concentrating more on, okay, what are we going to do now with the ball once we get outside of the line-out.
Perfect, mate. Lovely. So also here I've got. So this is for every single game. This is just one game versus Hazelmere.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see obviously, but it's just about 15 seconds of the of the line out, right? And underneath there's a quick brief cap of what went right, what went wrong.
Yeah.
And that's for every single line out. And this one I think there was 9 in total. Yeah. Is that presented in a reasonable format for you to understand and to read and to get stuff from? because I want you to take that away and be able to assess that, dissect it for your team.
Yeah, I mean, it sets up a good initial of sort of what we've got to do, what we've got to focus on, and then sort of more, it'd be my job as a coach and sit down with the player. Okay, so we've identified this as a problem. How can we move forward from this problem?
Okay. Next one is the footage itself. Now, what I've done is when there's a line out right in front of me, I recorded it right from the start when people put it in up until the first phase after. So it's somewhere about 10 seconds, somewhere about 30 seconds. Is that enough for you?
Yeah. I mean, as I was saying it initially, particularly with the line out, it's a matter of how we can win the line out, not necessarily what we're doing with it from there. Because obviously, if you don't win your line out, you can't do anything with the ball. So yeah, just for now, just to focus on winning that. The footage of that's great.
Okay. Would you prefer to have sound included in the videos because there are sound in there at the moment? So you can hear calls.
No, I mean we know that with our team, the calls are done in a huddle before each line out, so
Okay.
the sound wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, so I've intended to record all line outs for the first breakdown. Is that enough, like you say?
Yeah, definitely that'd be enough.
Okay. Is there anything else you prefer to have within the footage?
I mean, in terms of for the set
Obviously, you
pieces,
can't
it's-
see it, obviously,
yeah,
right now.
yeah. But I mean, in terms of focusing on the set pieces, that's perfect to actually see the set piece, see how that goes, but then also seeing the first phase as well as that, using them statistics in midweek with the players has helped the players a lot with their understanding of our attack and defence off of that first phase. So yeah, for now that's perfect.
Lovely. How often have you trained on set pieces so far this season?
Well, the issue is getting the right players down to training. Not just, I mean, we could have 30 players down, but if it's not that pack, or say the guys are going to be working on the line-outs or the scrums, then it's pretty pointless in doing it. So probably say, and on the line-outs, probably once a week we've been using them in training.
Perfect. Has the footage so far been beneficial?
Yeah, massively. I'm saying it helps the players to gain a greater understanding of their personal play as well as positional play, team play, and obviously you can't. It's going to be difficult to develop and move forwards unless everybody's got an understanding.
Lovely. How will you use the footage personally? How will you use it to benefit your team?
I suppose the method I like to do is I've sent out the links to all of the players so they can watch it, and it's all about sort of getting the player buy-in to the footage. So if the players can watch it and also almost like become the coach themselves, okay, what did I do wrong here? Why did it happen? How can I do it differently? Again, that sort of create more of a cognitive environment with the performance analysis side of it. It's going to help to further increase their performance, I believe.
Lovely. So yeah, I've been doing. You've got a nice little photo there.
How'd you get that?
Found it on your Facebook. Yeah, I've included the first interview on here, and also done just a journal for each game.
Yeah.
So they're quite brief and to the point. Yeah, there's you know, you can go through that as well when you've got time.
Excellent.
Yeah, looking at journals, understandably some teams are stronger opposition than others.
Yeah.
How does your team prepare for this?
Again, it's the whole process of going in, playing our style of rugby, regardless of what their style might be, which I think is necessary because we're not at the level where we can get footage of the other teams week in, week out, so we don't necessarily know their strengths, their weaknesses, until we're on the pitch, we're in the game. Yeah.
Lovely. Last two now. Is the layout of the data that you've kind of just roughly seen now, is it all being displayed to your satisfaction?
Oh yeah, massively. It's been really useful in training, and we're getting results in the games now because of it.
That's really good to hear that. Last one. Is there anything else I can do as a performance analysis from this point to aid yourself and your team further in the season?
Well, I suppose that maybe not necessarily the season. But from a football standpoint point of view, and if you were to be working with us or with other teams in general, so sort of once we've sort of got a solid base off of, say, the line out, if that's a weakness we've identified, okay, how can we develop it from there? So yeah, we're looking at the first phase at the minute. Well, then how about if we see, okay, well, from every line out, how many phases does it take us to score off a line out, or how many of the tries have we scored have had a line out involved in it? So yeah, we can probably start to develop.
Okay.
And maybe knowing that after certain phases the team might become easier or more difficult to score against.
Okay, so definitely one of the things I'm going to be doing from this is, so the data from each game, pie charts,
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing statistics in the last 5 games. So
Yeah,
all
yeah.
your first half of the season, all the way up to Christmas, we're doing like a whole page of statistics about every game. And hopefully that will show a difference to the end of the next half of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But lovely. Yeah, perfect. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. I said, are you keeping this for now?
You can keep that. Yeah, you can keep that. It's all yours, mate.
Right. I've got to go.